And wait for it. Wait, in fact, we are live. So, hello, everyone. Hello, and welcome to the Geek Battle Show here on the Extreme Improv Extremes, Geek Battle, and Geek Battle Gaming YouTube channels. Now, on the show today, we have got the cream of the crop. It's me and Dave, and we'll see if anyone else emerges. Now, I was going to start the intro credits, but as Dave was just saying, things go wrong on live streams. And for some reason, my mouse pointer has disappeared on me. So, there is my mouse pointer. Okay, I've got to ease it back across to the main screen.
Just tease it a little bit, just
tease it across. Okay. Media assets. We'll get this intro credit on.
There we go.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Geek Battle Zone. We discuss comics and puny minds are blown. We debate Marvel versus DC, Skeletor, X-Men, and Ron Weasley. Judge David slams down the gavel and cap dreams of Henry Cavill. It's a Geek Battle stream. Nerd Rage as we assemble our Geek Avengers team. Welcome to the Geek Battle party. We are the Justice League and our Batman is Marty. Say Hitler's a Tim as movies are greenlit. Every new movie, Dev's already seen it. Xbox, Star Wars, and Star Riders. He-Man, Star Trek, and David loves spiders. We battle as Morrow and Disney loves Blink. And we try to crown the Geek of the Week. It's the Geek Battle Show. Welcome to the Geek Battleground, where we use the Force and the One Ring is found. Cap is wrong about Resident Evil 6, and everyone watch out, 'cause oh shit, it's big. Gerald and Tim and Diz will try to win at the Geek Battle Quiz. David and Dave will confuse their crew as they dive in the TARDIS of Doctor Who. Watch out now, we're full of hot takes. Doug Courtney is garbage, but Red Dwarf is great. You love Sega, I love Nintendo, but in the Geek Battle, we are all friendos. Oh, it's a Geek Battle show. Oh, the Geek Battle show. It's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Geek Battle show.
Hello. Okay.
Hi.
So they can definitely hear you. I'm just making sure they could hear me because I suddenly remembered on last week's show there was an issue with like my audio. But Dave, say hello to the people.
Well, hello to the people. My name is Dave MC here in Paris, France. I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. And my geek fact is something that I've learned today. I learned that Wolverine is actually stronger without his adamantium skeleton.
Okay, how does that work?
Okay, so it was in a comic book. After I think you saw in X-Men '98, like the end of it, Magneto pulled the adamantium out of Wolverine's body.
Right.
Because the adamantium is poisoning his body, his healing factor is working overdrive. So when the adamantium was taken out of him, his healing factor actually made him quite feral, and it made him stronger, faster. His senses were heightened a lot more. He was more powerful without the adamantium in his body.
Yeah, that actually makes complete sense because I don't know if this is science, pseudoscience, or whatever. But when you hear about like these different diets that people do, and they say about genuinely, and they say about fasting, right?
Yeah.
They say that like, oh, you shouldn't eat after 8 p.m. at night because then your body is just digesting food constantly. So you need to like give it a chance to allow your body to heal. See where I'm going with this, right?
Yeah.
So. It sounds like science to me.
Yeah. I mean, when I found out, I thought, because everyone always thinks that, Wolverine with his adamantium claws, yeah, he can cut through Black Panther's suit and he can cut through anything. But it's about, it's killing his body, one, but also it's working overdrive. His healing factor's working overdrive.
Yeah. Wow, that is fascinating. Well, since I'm the only other one here, we'll see if anyone else emerges. I guess I'd better give a geek fact of the week.
Yeah.
Geek fact. Doctor Who, Sonic Screwdriver. Yes. Okay. Right. Sonic Screwdriver. Okay. I never realized, but the 15th Doctor's Sonic Screwdriver, of which I do have one about here somewhere.
Yeah.
He has a blue one in the first series, and in the second series, it's red.
Is it really?
Yeah, I never noticed that until watching it back recently.
Why would you do that? Why would you watch it back?
That is the question, Dave.
Are you ill? I mean, were you just having an off day? I mean,
I watched all of them back, so I went back as far as the New Era, Christopher Eccleston, and I watched them all. And when I got to the Jodie era, I was genuinely like, "Am I just stopping?" And
at which point he's like, just give up, just stop at that point.
Jodie's first series is really rough. I watched it 2 weeks ago. I couldn't remember what happened in it. Shooters I can remember, but that's probably because I've just watched it. But yeah, there's one of my comments that I made after watching the 2-part season finale, the Reality War storyline. Did you see it, or did you go out?
The shooty one.
Yeah,
with the Rani.
With the Rani. Did you see it with the Rani? And yeah, okay, right. Well, I think I'm going to watch over those episodes again, Dave, actually, because my comment after watching them like a few days ago was that I genuinely think I could write down 100 comments of things that don't make sense from that story. I think I can reach 100.
I would love to see that. Let's actually write that down and actually send it to me. I actually really want to see this now. Like having the Rani itself wasn't for me a problem. It was just where they went with it. The Rani was never a world conquering person. She was just a scientist doing experiments. That's all she was.
Well, but she wanted to bring back Omega and then as soon as it turned up and it was just a CGI skeleton, she then tried to attack it with her Sonic, and then it just ate her. Honestly, what was the thinking? What did she expect to happen? When it then seemed evil, she didn't have any strategy for in case this went wrong. So then she went to attack it, and then was eaten by a skeleton that when it picked her up, you could literally see gaps in it. So it's like, well, where's she going? She'll just fall back out the rib cage.
Well, it's just, I just find it stupid that the Rani, as being a Time Lord, wouldn't know that Omega is, what's the word for it? Oh, yeah, fucking bonkers. He went mad in that black hole. What makes you think he's going to be the sane or going to be, like normal the minute he comes out?
Well, there was something, the storyline was something about wanting to recreate a new Time Lord race.
But you can't use Omega for that.
But it was something to do with that the Doctor and Belinda had a baby who was the same baby. This is what we'll get into it. So, Dave, help me if you remember any of this. They had a baby who was the same baby they'd met during the Space Babies episode.
Yep.
And then they gave the revelation that Time Lords are barren. They can't have children. So, and then the Doctor says, I think that's what bi-generation is. It's like, but this was the first time bi-generation ever happened. So you're saying that the only way they ever happened was by splitting into two? Even though that contradicts...
I completely discount that. I completely discount that. Because then how did the Master happen? Because the Master was a child when he sent the Eye of Harmony into the Time Vortex.
Yeah. Yeah,
and the Doctor and the Master were children when they met.
Yeah. Well, okay, so I guess okay, so there was a thing about the Master when it became Derek Jacobi where he said that he was found like a naked child on the banks of the Nightmare Child or something like this. So maybe you can become a child again. You can change age to a degree.
I can explain. This is a Big Finish thing, okay? So it was after he totally fucked up the Time War big. He used a weapon called the Heavenly Paradigm, in which it was a Time Lord weapon that could rewrite everything. It could rewrite all these histories at the same time.
Yeah.
And when he did it, Time Lord victories became defeats and Dalek victories became defeats as well. So, and the Emperor took over the Cruciform. that was part of the Master's activation. So that's when he used the chameleon arc. And when he went to the future, he sent his TARDIS away, then used the chameleon arc, and he became a baby.
Oh, okay.
So he made himself a baby.
Yes.
So he was found as a baby with the pocket watch, with the chameleon arc.
Sure. Okay. Well, that fills in a gap. Big finish, but it fills in a gap, I guess. But yeah, like absolutely everything in that episode made no sense.
Well, as well as like they butchered Omega. Omega was a really cool villain to have.
Well, yeah, it's like, so all this hype after so many years of them saying, will they ever bring back the Rani? And then they do bring back the Rani, and Mrs. Flood is there, and they've split into two. And like the whole thing the Doctor said when it was David Tennant is like I'd know if there was another Time Lord, right? I'd have sensed it, sort of thing. Well, how come you didn't sense Mrs. Flood at all?
No.
And why was Mrs. Flood talking to the camera all those times? What was the idea behind that? Like,
never explained.
And then it's like, oh, but the baby is real. And like the Doctor's got so much dialogue that he says to Ruby where it's like, no, you are mistaken, you are wrong. And it's like, okay, he's so certain that she's wrong. But then suddenly he's like, well, I've got to give my regeneration energy to save this baby that a minute ago I was adamant didn't exist. And then he does it by hulking up. He goes, "Her," like this. And he brings the baby back into existence, only to then learn that it was Belinda's baby with someone else. It's like, what? Like, you can't just give the wibbly wobbly timey wimey excuse for everything.
No, you can't. You
and then Jodie Whittaker turned up. Like, where is she? Where is she? She's about here somewhere. She might be.
Yeah, she's behind you.
Always hiding, right? But she just turned up for an absolutely random cameo. And, you know, he's like, I've got to do this. And she's like, but that would be dangerous. She's like, are you going to stop me? And she's like, oh, it wasn't going to work. She gives him a hug and leaves. It's like, why did any of this happen?
I don't know, mate. I stopped after Space Babies, to be honest. I was like, it kind of set the stage a little bit for me. I was like, okay, I know what's going to, I figured what's going to happen. Maybe watch the last episodes. Just I don't want to go through the filler before we get to the end. And then Sutek happened. I was like,
and it was a big rat.
You've already killed one legacy character. Thank you so much for doing that, Russell. And then of course the next season happened, and then we had Omega and that. And like, oh, you've done it again. You've done the same thing. You've made a giant weird CGI monster that's supposed to be a legacy character, and you fucked it up.
Yeah, no, I totally agree.
Two of the coolest characters with the coolest voices. Omega's voice, even though like in the 70s the costume looked a bit weird with Omega, his voice was epic. I loved his voice. Like the way he was just the way he spoke to the Doctor, like, oh, I'm so better. I'm better than you. Oh, I'm a god. You know, saying things like that.
Well, exactly. And so if they were going to bring back these characters, you don't just have them CGI. There was no reason for that. And you brought back the Rani just to bring in Omega for like 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, well, you could have done a whole Rani story, then you could do a whole Omega story, and like you could have these as recurring villains or something. But they bring them in just to be wiped out immediately. The whole thing was utterly pointless. But the good news is I did get through to the end.
Yep.
And now I've gone back to Torchwood. So Torchwood, watching season 1 of Torchwood, I can't express how much it is a breath of fresh air after the last 3-4 years worth of Doctor Who, where things make no sense. They make no sense. And the thing that's a shame is I'll see how I feel about it because I haven't watched Torchwood again in a lot of years. But I think when I get to what was the third series called where no one dies? Miracle Day, or was that the next one?
Oh, I don't know. My knowledge of Torchwood's not as good as it is with Doctor Who.
Okay. Well, I know that the first 2 seasons were really good. The third one was like that mini series where no one dies, I think, or maybe that was the fourth one. I can't remember. I think there are 4. Maybe there's 3. I might be wrong.
I've got a vague memory of one series being about Children or something.
Oh, Children of Earth, right?
Children of Earth.
Yeah, I can't even remember what that's about, to be honest. But anyway, so I remember that I didn't particularly like it. And then I know that they made a season where it was funded by America and it was pretty bad. So, yeah, this will probably go down, but it'll be interesting to see if it goes as poorly as Doctor Who, or if I would just be like, compared to what they did in the Chibnall era and Russell Davis era too, then it might be fantastic.
Do you know, actually, I think I bumped into Russell when I was in London.
Really?
I actually saw it when I was walking back from Phantom of the Opera, walking back down through like Trafalgar Square, and I saw him. I was like, I had to stop and go, that was Russell T Davies.
Wow, that's awesome. Oh, I definitely would have been like, I want a selfie. Like, oh, can I be on the show? I'd totally be me.
Well, if you need a new master.
Well, yeah, there you go. But yeah, so anyway, Dave, so there's a bunch of things which are like breaking news or interesting news. Now, did you ever watch Breaking Bad?
I have not.
Oh, okay. Well, I might save this to see if anyone else emerges, because the makers of Breaking Bad have made a new show, and there's a trailer for it out. But like we can put it on later. It's an interesting looking trailer, but I think we'll leave it a little while just to see if anyone else emerges who may have the Breaking Bad appreciation bug within them.
I'm sorry, I don't have the appreciation. I mean, I know bits of it. I know it's about a teacher making drugs and such.
It's so good.
Does he die in the end, Walter?
Oh, you don't want that spoiler. You don't want that spoiler.
I remember seeing all these theories back in the day, because it was AMC that did Breaking Bad. They were like, Breaking Bad and The Walking Dead, they're in the same universe. Like,
yeah.
Where's your evidence on that front?
Well, the way they did it is they were like, oh, this is the same car, or something like this.
Yes, they were saying, this is similar. The RV is the same. So what you're saying is that Dale, before he found Andrea and Christy, he was a drug smuggler. Yeah,
quite possibly. I'd believe that of Dale. I would believe that of Dale.
So what's the show about? Is it the same vein as...
I'll be honest, I have absolutely no idea. I know one of the rumors about it is it set within the same universe as Breaking Bad? But from the trailer, I don't think it is, just because one of the main actors from the Breaking Bad spin-off seems to be like the main actor in this. So
they had a spin-off?
Yeah, there was a spin-off called Better Call Saul. Wow, I can't believe you've not heard the phrase Better Call Saul.
No.
Wow. Okay. So this is no major spoiler. In the second or third season, they introduce a character who's a lawyer. And if you think like Lionel Hutz in The Simpsons, who's like this shady lawyer, he's basically that. And so his name is Saul Goodman. And so it's like saying Saul Goodman. And that's the joke behind his name.
Oh boy.
So you better call Saul if you've got a problem. And he's a shady lawyer. And he got a spin-off. And then they did a TV movie, which wasn't really a spin-off because it was just a continuation.
Yeah.
And then there's this new thing, but it clearly isn't connected, although people have tried to find the ways in which it's connected, but it clearly isn't.
I would not be shocked if people tried to make the comparison between this and the Breaking Bad, or if they try to say, look, there's Walter White in the background. He's making that shady deal over there.
But they'll do something like that. Like, there's no way Bryan Cranston won't turn up on set at one point. And he'll be like, this was him in the background doing something or other. Okay. So, Dave, something that I think we can get into, certainly, is there is a news story. Let me see if I can bring it up. Saying about the future of Xbox. So Xbox.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So let's see. Where did I read it? It'll be in a bunch of places. But basically, they're saying there was saying, oh, Xbox is done and all this. There's now been some sort of thing where they're saying there will be this next Xbox, and it's going to be some premium thing, which is going to be. Here's the headline: is going to be very premium, and. And also, did you know there was a new Xbox out within the last week?
No, I've barely heard anything. There's been no news on Xbox. That's the thing.
Okay, so there genuinely was, but it's a handheld Xbox.
Oh, so they're doing are they kind of doing what like the Steam Deck kind of thing, or the Nintendo Switch? They're like a handheld Xbox.
It is basically. Look, I'll bring it on the screen. It is basically a Steam Deck, but it's there's already like a handheld PC called a Asus ROG Ally, and this is a ROG Xbox Ally X, and it basically is the regular Asus Ally thing, but the controller that's built in around it is exactly the same as like the Xbox Elite or Xbox Series X Elite controller.
Oh,
and then
yeah,
but you can't play Xbox games on it. This is the crazy thing.
What?
Yeah. What you can do is, because you know how you get Xbox Games Pass and you can get Game Pass for PC.
Yeah.
This is just the PC side of it.
So we're down to the dregs, are we?
Yeah, so it says Xbox Anywhere, but it's only Xbox games if they were on your PC already.
Yeah.
So you might be able to stream Xbox games. I'm not sure about that actually. Let's see where it says there. Blah blah blah. Stream or download Xbox Game Pass Premium. I don't know. So you might be able to play some Xbox games technically, but I think I can play Xbox games. Here comes Dev. I can play Xbox games like on tons of things anyway, because you can do like the cloud streaming. So I guess in that sense, you might be able to play your actual Xbox games, but you're not downloading them onto this. You'll just be streaming them. Hello, Dev. How are you doing?
Hello, I'm good. Thank you. How are you?
Good. Yeah. Now, we were just talking about the future of Xbox. Were you aware of it's just been released, the ROG Xbox Ally X?
Yep. A couple of years back, they basically, because they lost the Japanese market share, like Xbox wanted to go all in the portable handheld console thing that Nintendo had a hold on. And this was their answer to it, basically.
Ah, I see. Well, the other news on this front, if I just bring it up here, so it says after releasing a $1,000 handheld, Microsoft has said its next gen Xbox is going to be very premium, very high end, curated experience, and I think that might be as far as the information goes.
Yeah, but
like,
I'm just
go ahead.
Why do they need to make these consoles so fucking expensive? Like, gaming is a hobby, but why does it have to be such an expensive hobby?
Yeah.
It's because, okay, so initially, what they used to do is make the console cheaper and make the games expensive. That is like what Nintendo did with the Wii and with the Genesis, Super Nintendo, etc., etc. They did that, and then people stopped buying games. People had a huge backlog of games.
Yeah, this is a problem.
And if they bought games, they would buy them second hand. So they wouldn't make any more money from like game sales. So they had to make the money back somehow. That's why they boosted up the price of the hardware.
Yeah, no, that completely makes sense. Like, I think one of the problems that we spoke about on the show before that affects all the entertainment industry is that, like, if it was like the year was 1990, and you're like, oh, the Sega Genesis is out, then you're like, well, you've got 5 years worth of Nintendo games that you haven't finished yet, little Billy, right? But now you're like, oh, there's a new Xbox out. It's like, well, I've got the last 35 years of games that I haven't finished yet. I think Dave, I'll wait, you know.
You forgot the best part.
Go on, what's the best part?
That sentence never ever happens. That sentence never ever happened in the 90s because everybody in the world was either Sega or Nintendo. Nobody had both.
Oh, I did. Yeah.
Eventually, but like.
Okay, but I take your point.
From the minute I had gaming, I had a Sega and a Nintendo.
Yeah. Okay, so let's.
Rich.
Okay, now here's the thing. I have almost never sold like a video game thing I've got. So my collection, one day maybe going to a museum. Not for free, being sold to a museum, right? But I have no intention on doing that. But like I'm the type of person that I wanted like everything, and I'd just save up and then eventually get everything. And then when I'd had like jobs of my own and could afford things, then bit by bit I'd get everything. But I definitely have more of an allegiance in different directions. So, Dave, no, go on, Dev, go on.
I don't know if you remember the Sega versus Nintendo wars was so territorial. It was like WCW and WWE back in the day.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
it was
And
very
Coke
tribal.
and Pepsi is one of the all-time rivals. But go on.
Yeah.
I'll ask you in a second, Dev. Well, no, first of all, Dev. So if you had one or the other, which side were you on?
Mega Drive.
Oh, okay. Right, Dave, which side were you on?
What, for Nintendo and Sega?
Yeah, well, which side did you have a leaning one way or another, or did you get one first and then the other?
I was more Nintendo because the Nintendo was the first one I played, like Super Mario, like the All Stars version on Super Nintendo. I did have a Sega Mega Drive as well, and playing stuff like Sonic the Hedgehog. You know, why the hell not?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say if there was one that I'd say I'd wake up and go play, I would probably go play to the Nintendo first.
I always favor Nintendo, so I always get the Nintendo first. When it then comes to like Xbox and PlayStation, I have like dithered either side. So I definitely got I got an Xbox before I got a PS2. And I like the PS2 was the very last. I got a Dreamcast first because it was out first. Then I got a GameCube. Then I got an Xbox, and then finally I got a PS2. But this was in the time where I was saving a lot of money. It took a couple of years to get all of these, and then PS3 I got before Xbox, and then I got PS4 before Xbox One. But then I got an Xbox Series X before the PS5. Only because I couldn't get a PS5.
It's very interesting because if you remember back in the day, I forgot which Xbox it is. I think it was Xbox One, where Xbox shifted perspective to media and sports, and like they made a big deal about sports and like sport packages and stuff.
Yeah.
But suddenly, when they released the Game Pass, they backhanded Sony. Sony struggled so much when the Game Pass first came out. The PSN Plus library wasn't a thing. So Xbox was giving away loads of free games and PlayStation had nothing.
Yeah.
For like a year.
Yeah, or at least a couple of years, probably.
Yeah, now they're playing catch up. And it's weird. And even with that, though, they're still struggling in Japan.
What, Xbox? Xbox will never do well in Japan. They never have, and they probably never will. Like, it's probably
the death grip.
Well, it's probably because they're an American company, and like there is they get all of the Japanese games not translated in Japanese immediately if they're Sony or Nintendo, whereas everything Xbox has to be. It goes to America to come back to Japan, and I know you can like just release games there first, but all of the relationships and everything in Japan are just too strong. And so, if you remember when the Xbox was first a thing, they literally, like within the first year, they bought Rare from Nintendo, and the one of the big games along with Halo, believe it or not, was Oddworld, like Abe's Odyssey, the sequel to that, and that was previously on PlayStation. So everything they had to conjure up out of thin air, and so they didn't have any history or like relationships, so they just had to spend a lot of money. And so when Sega went out of business, out of the console business, I should say, like Sega straight away put Sonic onto Nintendo because they were like, you're a similar market to us. But like Microsoft, they were like, they paid for Shenmue, but the thing was they paid for Shenmue 2, and it's like, nobody has played Shenmue 1, so you're buying something that's not going to do well. And they bought Jet Set Radio 2 and Crazy Taxi 3. And it's like you're trying to create a new fan base on sequels that people haven't experienced the first games of. So they just made tons of mistakes. They couldn't get Final Fantasy for years. And so that's why they never did well in Japan. Dev?
The Xbox's initial plan was hilarious. The plan was to get the Sega sequels on there so that people that played the originals would buy an Xbox to play a sequel. And they also had a big deal with WWE. Like the deal for the
Xbox?
WWE, the deal for the Raw games was 10 times more than the SmackDown games.
But the Raw games sucked, right? They looked good, but it was so weird. Like, it would never happen nowadays because game development is so expensive. But back in the day, when it came to the WWE games, you get a completely unique game on the Nintendo to what you would on PlayStation to what you would on Xbox. So it wasn't just like a different version. One was SmackDown, the other Xbox got Raw, and then GameCube got WrestleMania. And they were all completely different games.
Reckoning as well.
And but at first they were WrestleMania 18, then WrestleMania 19. And they were all completely different games. And the thing was, people were like, well, the Xbox game looks the best, but it plays like ass. It sucked. It sucked so bad.
I love my GameCube.
It was weird because, like, Bill Gates himself and Vince made like a personal deal to push the console. It was really like big news back in the day. Like,
yeah. No, they had the Rock
endorsement of the ass.
But yeah. So anyway, coming back into the present day, like, I don't know, because people are saying, is it just going to be their Xbox? There is something here saying that Xbox might end up like Steam, which I feel like if they don't actually tie it to a console or hardware, and it's just like, well, you have Steam and you download games from Steam and you have your Steam library, and now you have your Xbox library. Why would companies bother putting things onto Xbox when you can just get it on Steam?
Yeah, exactly.
It feels like, because there's a couple of things like this, aren't there? Like, there's good old games, and there's what's another rival to like Steam? Because I can't remember any of them. Epic Game Store, yeah, that's it, right? Yeah. But I don't think there's room for another one of these to get in there, because on Steam there's literally tens of thousands of different games.
The really funny thing is, when Xbox Game Pass launched, that like it eclipsed Steam for like a day, like a week or two.
Wow!
When it first came out, they had more users than Steam, so people are already used to the whole Game Pass like overlay, because you could already play Xbox games on PC because it was running on a Ghost machine. So they used to the whole layout and stuff. So it has become a launcher. And people are used to it by now.
But like, so are they just going to make it so that you download Xbox on your PS6? Like, it would just be like, well, you're calling it Xbox, but realistically, you're just releasing games on PlayStation now.
Or is it just the title, like from like an Xbox title on a PlayStation and on Steam?
Well, but that's just like, so that's like saying, oh, Sega, you have to download Sega to play Sonic on GameCube. It's like, well, you could just say it's Sonic on GameCube without saying it's Sonic on Sega on GameCube. It's just like, if they're just going to put this onto everything, onto your...
In terms of like hardware stuff, I think like GOG and other companies will be releasing folks optimized devices that run the Xbox games better than PCs would.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Which is what ROG are doing right now, but the ROG much now. Xbox optimized.
See, look at. I mean, I think this is now the age of handheld gaming.
Yeah.
Back in the 90s. Like, how we discussed that, like, the ROG will actually have both Steam and Xbox side by side.
Yeah, but you know what? Like, I don't know if there's anything. Like you say, it might be optimized, but I'm sure I could probably play Xbox games on my Steam Deck.
Yes and no. Like, Xbox will have some proprietary, like,
but like, there's not an exclusive. Like, the weird thing is, like, Microsoft. So they bought Minecraft, and people were like, "Oh my god, Minecraft's going to be exclusive on Xbox," and they were like, Minecraft is too big. We're not taking it from anyone. And that was like the straw that broke the camel's back, because they were just like, hey, Nintendo, we can re-release Banjo-Kazooie on the Switch. You can have that back. Everyone loved that back in the day. And they were like, yeah, we've bought Call of Duty. We're still going to release it everywhere. and they bought Doom, and it's like it's on everything. So all of these exclusives that they bought, they didn't make exclusive.
No.
And like maybe that's their plan. Like if I was them, because I know when it came to buying like Activision and like Call of Duty, there was like Sony were trying to block it, and they had to be like, no, we guarantee that there will be Call of Duty on other platforms for at least 10 years. And like very quickly they did a deal with Nintendo saying, look, see, we're putting it on arrival. So maybe like Microsoft are just biding their time, and they're like, right, as soon as we don't have to make this for other consoles, it'll be like, boom, everything is just here. Go on, Dev.
Dave, I've got a funny game for you. Name 10 PS5 only games.
Wait, when you say Dave, do you literally mean Dave or David?
Either
Dave.
of you. Either of you.
Go on, Dave.
I
PS5 exclusives.
I can only name one, and that's it.
Only on PS5, no other consoles, like at all.
Yeah, literally only one.
So can I. I can definitely name one. I bet it's the same one.
Go on.
Well, okay.
How do we do this?
How are we going to do it? Well, because my game has now been released on something else as well, but at the time it was exclusive.
Well, I think my one is still exclusive. Right, what was yours?
So
Because I think
mine was Spider-Man.
Okay, so you can definitely do that on PC, right?
That's now on PC.
I was going to say Astrobot.
yeah, Astrobot.
Okay, so
like the only thing the only thing I can think of is Final Fantasy 16,
yeah,
Astrobot, and Wolverine.
There's got to be something else. Has there been like a God of War or something? I don't think there has there this generation?
No. Not this. Last year there was a God of War. Not this year.
Yeah, but like because even if I said like The Last of Us 2, but I think that came out on PS4 as well, or at the same time. Like Miles Morales, I think you could get on PS4, couldn't you?
Miles Morales, could, I think.
Yep.
Okay, PS5 exclusives. Games list. Let's see how many there are.
Yes.
Oh wait, it says Horizon Forbidden West, but is that on PC?
Forbidden West. Let me have a.
Okay. PS5 only games. Oof. Oh my god! Look, this is the Wikipedia page. That can't be true because the PS5 has been out for like 5 years.
It is.
That's insane.
What was it? What? I missed that. Sorry.
These are apparently the
all
only
the
games. The following 18 pages in this category. 18 games only.
Whoa.
And like 5 of them are a remake.
And which one?
5 of them are a remake.
5 of these are remakes.
I think Neptune Reverse is a remake. Demon Souls is a remake. You see there. So is Silent Hill a remake?
Silent Hill, the short message, is just like almost a very short game.
I know R-Type Final 3 is a remake.
Let's click on it, see if it says if it's on anything else. No, just PlayStation 5.
What about the new one that's come out, the Silent Hill F? Is that?
I think that's on Xbox as well, isn't it? Oh, is it? So
Yeah.
Series Silent Hill, and then let's see, Silent Hill F, and it said Xbox as well.
Yeah,
That's crazy. Okay, so I know Silent Hill 2 wasn't on other things, but I guess it was on PC, right?
Yeah.
And I guess by the very nature of it, it is a remake of like an old PS2 game.
And R-Type 3 is a remake of the one on PS4.
That's crazy. Like, this is why I appreciate Nintendo, because Nintendo so do their own thing that they don't play these same games. Like when you look at like Switch 2 has actually been really disappointing. There's been Mario Kart, Donkey Kong Bonanza, and I'm trying to think if there are any other Switch 2 only games that aren't also Switch 1.
Is Pokemon Switch 2?
Sorry?
Is Pokemon Switch 2 only?
What? Which Pokemon?
The new one that just came out last week.
Oh, I don't even know which Pokemon came out. Pokemon Switch 2. Not Switch 23. What, Legends Z to A?
Yeah.
To A. Oh, let's click on it. I don't know. And it says Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, but like, I'm sure if you look at like Nintendo Switch only games, there's like
Yeah,
tons.
because it's in the Switch 1, technically the PS5 generation, and Switch 2 is the PS6 generation.
Yes, it is technically. Yeah. So that's
Yeah.
weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because the GameCube, it's not the GameCube, the Wii U was the contemporary to the PS4. And so then the Switch, even though it came out like midway through a generation realistically, it is next gen. So yeah, so the Switch 2 will be the one that competes with whatever the PS6 and Xbox insert weird second name, next gen version there.
Xbox.
The Xbox Game Boy.
Like, what is it like? Sega got it right to some degree, because there was like the Sega Master System and the Sega Mega Drive, and then they were like, "Oh, we're doing a new version." It's the Mega Drive 2. They got it right. It's like this made sense. They did that before PlayStation. Oh god, you guys frozen, right? And then PlayStation. They were like PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, and they've stuck to their guns. PlayStation Portable made sense, but then they chose the only time they chose a weird name, PlayStation Vita. No one bought it.
That?
Yeah, I bought one, but to be
Vita
fair,
had one good game.
The Vita had got a lot of good games. The Vita had got. Okay, I'll tell you a game to look up, which you'll probably. I'm going to find it to show you a video of it.
What was the Vita? Was it a handheld?
Yeah, it was the PSP2 basically. And the problem with the Vita is it was quite expensive, and you couldn't use SD cards on it. You'd have to buy like memory cards that would cost £100. And people were like, this is crazy. And then the 3DS came out. Not that people bought the 3DS, but no one was buying the Vita. But I'm going to show you the game, which I think is the absolute best on it. It's called Frobisher Says. Okay, so Frobisher Says. Let's see if I can show you
who bought a 3DS?
Okay. I bought a 3DS. I bought. There's very few things I haven't bought, to be fair.
I bought the world's greatest 3DS. Right
you
here.
got the world's greatest 3DS. Okay, hang on. Let me just mute this because it's gonna.
Okay.
Oh god, I don't want to hear this music. Right, so this is Frobisher Says. Let's unmute it now.
Okay.
Okay, so this isn't it.
Oh, okay, a demo.
Oh, I hope it's. Oh, is it just going to be someone playing it? I just want to see like a trailer.
Yeah, it's something.
You just got to do what he says.
Okay, so it's like Wario. What's it called? WarioWare. It's lots of mini games. It's got this really funny narrator voice.
I know my tiger.
Okay, let's just skip it onto something. So it's crazy like this. This is actually not going to demo it really well, but every few seconds you're doing something different, and it's really bizarre.
That's the point of better.
Yeah, like every few seconds you're doing a completely different thing. See, it's just got lots of personality. But yeah, Frobisher Says is worth the price of entry to a PlayStation Vita alone.
Yeah, and here is my 3DS.
Ooh, is that Dragon Ball?
Yeah.
Okay, so is that custom or have you added a sticker?
It's an actual legit one that Nintendo brought out. Special edition.
Wow. Cool. Okay, so I forget how we got here. Oh yeah, so like PlayStation 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
And then like with Xbox, it was Xbox 360, Xbox One. We're like, what? No, we were already calling the original Xbox the Xbox One when the 360 was out. And they were like, then there was the Xbox One X. And then there was the Xbox Series S and Series X. It's like, wait, so is the Xbox Series X the same as the Xbox One X? Like, none of these names make sense.
No.
Yeah. It's like Mortal Kombat with its 5 Mortal Kombat 1s.
5 Mortal Kombat 1s?
Yeah.
Wait, tell me about this.
1993 Mortal Kombat 1.
Yeah.
2009 Mortal Kombat 1. 2021 Mortal Kombat 1.
Okay, so the one in 21 was literally called Mortal Kombat 1, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, but the one in 2009, was that just called Mortal Kombat?
Mortal Kombat.
Like how Sonic the Hedgehog did a PlayStation 3 game just called Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yes.
So weird when they
Are
do
you
that.
talking about Sonic 06?
Yeah, I love that game.
No, not Sonic 06.
That was quite possibly the first game I ever bought DLC for.
A funny story about that game.
No.
Yeah, go on.
They accidentally released the unfinished version. So the demo was further along than the actual release game.
That's crazy that when that happens.
I mean, it was better than Shadow the Hedgehog, but still, that's not saying much.
Yeah.
Shadow the Hedgehog had guns, so that wins.
Yeah, that was so weird. And like when they first showed it, there was like, wow, this is Sonic but ultra violent. And then they sort of dialed it back just in time for it to come out. And then it was just like, well, what does this game want to be? It's not actually that violent, but he's got guns.
That's what they had to do. They did that with in the 2000s. They had a futuristic anime-style Looney Tunes show called Lunatics.
Wow.
When it first came out, that was ultra violent. That was ultra anime, ultra violent and stuff. And then they toned it down after everyone freaked out.
Well, yeah, because like Sega's thing, they had to have the edgy character have the guns as well.
Yeah. Because in the Lunatics one, they had swearing, they had violence, and they literally had like the future Bugs Bunny swearing and like cutting people up and stuff. So they had to tone it down.
Wow. It's just such a shame when you've got like these old decades-old franchises and characters where somewhere along the way you just know like a maniac's going to get hold of them and do things with them that the original creator would never dream of. Go on, Dev.
And I'll be Google here. Did you mean Velma?
That sums it up entirely. Velma, like Doctor Who, Star Wars. None of these things resemble what they were originally like anymore.
Did you see for Star Wars, they released how much the film cost? The Rise of Skywalker, how much it cost, and why Lucasfilm itself now is bankrupt.
No, I didn't know anything about this.
Yeah, so Lucasfilm released a statement said about how much the Rise of Skywalker cost. It was like $593 million, which made it the third most expensive film to make. And that's why that Lucasfilm is bankrupt, because they spent all that money of it and they didn't get a cent of it back. And
Drew, when they released that, they also leaked something else. There's a cancelled movie called Star Wars: The Search for Ben Solo.
Yes, actually, I was going to mention this. So who was it? So Adam Driver put together a movie with, who did he put it together with? I vaguely heard this. Was it like Steven Soderbergh or something?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see where we got this.
The Search for Ben Solo.
Yeah, so he spent 2 years working on a movie. Oh, we notice ads. I don't want to display ads. Just leave me alone. Right. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, he teamed up with filmmaker Steven Soderbergh, who done like Ocean's 11, Contagion for a sequel. LucasArts, Monkey Island. Lucasfilm apparently liked the idea, but Disney shot it down because they couldn't understand how Kylo comes back from the dead. Like, but didn't they just go like somehow Palpatine returned? Wasn't that the extent of their explanation? Yes. Somehow.
That was literally how they explained it. Somehow he returned.
Yeah.
You want to go into some more details, dude? You know,
and how
additional plot points you want to throw at us? You know, or are you just pulling this out of your ass? Yes.
Oh my gosh. But they should have done it.
But yeah, that $593 million, and that's what they did with it.
Yeah.
Well, the film probably cost $1 million. It's just $592 million just to get Ian McDermott to come back.
Well, probably. I wonder what the most someone's ever like. You hear like Robert Downey Jr. got 50 million for the first Avengers film. Oh, let's look this up actually. Who has been paid the most for a film ever? Let's see.
You know what? It was very nearly Matt Damon.
Go on. I think I might have heard this, but go ahead.
He had the option to be an Avatar, and he was going to get 10% of the box office as his wage.
That's crazy.
And he said no.
Turned it down.
Yeah.
Which actor? Who? Oh, Jesus! What have I clicked on? Okay, that didn't type at all. Okay, so which actor was?
Oh, it's Keanu.
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
What? What was the project?
Matrix. Matrix 2 and 3.
Ooh. Okay. Okay. So
156 million.
Okay, so look, I'll show you what our good old Uncle Grok has said here, because it does say that, but again, it's for 2. But it says Bruce Willis got 100 million for The Sixth Sense. Why?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, Tom Cruise. The funny thing about Tom Cruise is he got like 100 million 5 times for different stuff.
Wow.
So like
he
got it for Top Gun. Yeah. So you got Top Gun, War of Worlds, and Mission Impossible. Like several of the Mission Impossibles. They're like over 100 million.
That's nuts.
I tell you what, Disney, give me that 593 million, and I will fix your Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
In fact, I'll do it for free if you want me to.
Okay, so this is the crazy thing when you hear about these kind of like salaries for an actor for a film. If someone just offered you like £1 million like right now, you'd probably be like, "Oh my god, that's so much money" and stuff like this. But that is nothing to these guys. That is nothing.
I can spend $1 million in a day.
Sorry?
I can spend $1 million in a day.
You could spend that $1 million a day. Dev, have you seen the film Brewster's Millions?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So right, so you do well at that then.
Yeah.
But like, if someone said to me, "Look, I'm an actor. I've got aspirations to one day make it to Hollywood and all this kind of stuff." But if someone said to me, "Look, David, you have to give up all those dreams. We can give you $1 million now." I think I might take the money. Right? You know what I mean? Like, £1 million. I'm like, yes, please.
You know what I do? I get $1 million. You know what? Near enough. I take $1 million, get stuck in the Warner Brothers, and then turn around and be like, "We're canceling Mortal Kombat, funneling all that money into a sequel to Street Fighter."
Yes. Yeah. There you go.
Because that's what that's finished film. Oh, by the way, speaking of Mortal Kombat, I do have Mortal Kombat news. They are moving it forward by 2 weeks.
Well, the movie.
Yes.
Oh,
so
what was it up again?
Grogu.
That isn't going to do well. Mortal Kombat should have taken on Grogu.
Mortal Kombat should have taken on Tron because it was supposed to come out last week.
Oh, that's crazy. They must regret that because that Tron movie has not done well.
Yeah,
I'm shocked by that.
Like, why do people keep putting Jared Leto into films? Like, it didn't work as Joker. It didn't work as Morbius. Why would they put him as another lead on the poster? The poster even looked like the Morbius poster. Right, go on, Dev.
Do you want me to be completely serious?
Yes, please.
I'm pretty sure he's using his fucking cult leader, influence to blackmail some executives. Yeah, he's the cult leader.
Wait, okay, so Jared Leto is a cult leader?
Yes.
Are you
look up what he went like Google. What was Jared Leto doing during COVID?
Well, he's probably banging chicks, wasn't he?
He was off on an island, and for 6 months he had no idea. No. He was in this remote island, and for 6 months nobody had any idea COVID was a thing.
What? That's crazy.
COVID was a thing.
Wait, so he didn't have the internet? What was Jared Leto?
You call that a cult movement, Dev? I call that a fucking holiday.
During COVID. Okay, what was Jared Leto doing during COVID? Jared Leto, blah, 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 blah. It's uniquely dramatic. Let's bring this up so we can all see it. I hope there's nothing too defamatory. Right.
Yeah.
Creative project, public engagement, blah blah blah. Silent meditation retreat. Leto began 12-day silent meditation with his family. Retreat involved no phones, TV, talking, or external. This is where Jared Leto should make a movie about what happened during COVID, and that the rest of the world is dead. Like 28 days later, and he doesn't realize. Shock upon returning. Learn about escalating the US lockdown, school closures, different world, mind blowing to say the least. You're like coming out into the zombie apocalypse. Well, yeah, it was. Okay, quarantine life, humor, hustle, banging chicks. What's this say? No, I'm joking. Right, okay.
Yeah,
I can't bother to read that much going. What I can tell you
idea.
Is that look, that's the poster for Morbius. That's the poster for Tron Ares. It's just like half of his face each time.
Like, okay, David, I don't know if you can put it up, but there's a comparison of all three Tron posters with like the woman next to the main character, right?
Okay, 1 second.
The joke was they couldn't pay a female actress to stand next to Leto for the poster.
Oh god. Right, Tron poster comparison. I don't know if I'll find what we're looking for here. So what is it, just the 3 different movies? Yes. Oh, I see what you mean. This is funny. So yeah, there's like, is it Jeff Bridges? And then some woman, then Jeff Bridges again, I guess, and then some woman. It might not be Jeff Bridges, forget who's in that one. And then it's just Jared Leto. That's funny.
What smells like fish head?
What smells like fish head?
Oh, yeah, that thing in the Joker when he sent a fish head to somebody.
Oh my god!
Yeah, Margot Robbie.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. It's like I would go stand next to him, but there's an odd smell of fish head over there.
Yeah. Like,
okay, so as part of
everyone thinks he's a tool.
Yeah, as part of the method acting, I'm the Joker lawline, weird and shit. He would send weird shit to his co-workers.
Okay, right. What is this obsession? It's like, oh, so for the Joker, you've got to do it method. You've got to be this. Why do you have to do it method? It didn't work out for Heath Ledger because they say that affected him. They genuinely talk about that as being a contributor towards his mental state, drugs, etc. Jared Leto, it just like ruins your reputation that you're sending fish heads to like famous actresses and no one wants to be around you.
Yeah.
And then, like, obviously, Joaquin Phoenix is a method actor extraordinaire who, as we've discussed before, did the most Joker thing imaginable by making the sequel a musical and ruining it.
Do you know the way to escape the Joker curse?
Tell me.
You have to be a Jedi at the same time.
Have to be a Jedi at the same time. Explain. Who was a Jedi?
The 2 Joker actors who have not been cursed were also Jokers.
Wait, what? Cesar Romero and Jack Nicholson were Jedis?
No, Mark Hamill and Cameron Monaghan.
Cameron Monaghan? Who was he? In Gotham?
Yeah.
He's a Jedi.
Yeah, he's Cal Kestis in Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor.
If you say so.
Did you hear this thing, Dev? I saw this thing. It was like, oh, they want to cast Will Poulton as Cal Kestis in the new Star Wars. Like, you know the guy, Cameron Monaghan, he's the face of the character, right?
Yeah. They look like twins anyway.
They don't. They don't look like twins. That's like saying I look like Captain Hook.
Well, you're getting the mustache for a lot of roles.
Shut up! I'm not a Captain Hook.
You said that on purpose.
What did you do at Disney again?
I will call you Smith at this point. No, because he's got the elongated face, hasn't he? Like, comparing me to a cartoon. The elongated face, you know?
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the comparison I'm making. Like, Will Poulton and Cameron Monaghan don't look the same.
At least with Will Poulton, you don't have to pay him. That's a very deep cut joke that nobody would get.
No, I didn't get it, I'm afraid. Sorry about that.
So, like, this is a giant meme that goes around. It's like, everybody was like, it's a meme. It's like, you guys got paid? Because in a movie called William Millers with Jennifer Aniston and Jason Sudeikis, they're playing a fake family, and all the other people get paid except Will Fort's character. He's like, you guys got paid, and that became a movie.
Wait, isn't that also a joke in Street Fighter the movie? Isn't that Zangief where he's like, "You mean he paid you?" or something like this?
You got paid.
You got paid.
Of course I
so
did.
You're just doing it for free.
What am I missing out on Street Fighter? I feel like I should watch it.
Street Fighter, the Jean-Claude Van Damme film, is genuinely a so good it's bad movie. No, it's so bad it's good. Sorry, I said it the wrong way around. It's so bad it's good.
I will say this: if you know David Dalmatian and all of his like acting history, he's the only person I know that can match up to Raul Julia in terms of ham. In terms of going ham, like all this
Wait,
like
so who's this guy that's playing him in the new movie?
David Dalmatian.
But is that the guy who's playing it in the new movie?
Yes, he's yeah.
Okay, I need to. I know I've looked this up before, but I forget entirely.
He's in Ant-Man and Flash and everything.
Oh yeah. Do you know what?
Man as well.
Yeah. He is a good actor.
Oh, he's
like in Ant-Man, you'd never think he was a good actor because he's just like one of the friends. Like he's like the third tier friend.
Yeah.
Let's have a look who he is. Bring it up on screen. M. Bison. But no, he was recently in the most recent series of Dexter. He is a good actor.
Yeah.
No, I can totally see him as playing Bison.
He's in Blade Runner and June.
Don't know.
It says on the Wikipedia.
Okay. What was I going to say? Oh yeah. So Dev, have you seen Breaking Bad?
I know of most of it. I know of it.
Like, look, there was a lot of Xbox news, but there wasn't much in way of like new trailers and things. So this is one of the only things from the same people that made Breaking Bad. They've made a new series called Pluribus, which is coming to Apple. Let's check out the trailer just to see if this catches anyone's attention at all. Or we can switch it off in 30 seconds. Who knows? Right. Let's bring up the force field, the strong one, just because they're really trying me recently.
All right, let's have a gander.
So that's the main actress. Not the main actress, but she is the main actress in this. But she was in Better Call Saul as like the female lead. And I don't know what the plot is, but it feels like there's something weird happened in the world. Like there's loads of people missing.
Yeah.
And people have pointed out that these locations are in New Mexico, which is the same as Breaking Bad. And that these may even be the same exact locations. But she's a different character, so it can't be the same. But I don't know if there was like a virus or a zombie apocalypse. They don't show any zombies. But there is something that's happened to this world. And in some way, she is different than everyone else. Seems to be the concept of this series.
Okay, so yeah.
Oh my god. That's fucking stupid.
What is? Did you just look up the plot?
Yes.
What is the plot? Tell me.
The blonde woman is the only person in the world immune to a virus that makes everybody happy.
Oh my god. So everyone's happy except for her?
Yes.
I don't know. It might be dog shit, but I've got a feeling. Look, honestly, if you haven't watched Breaking Bad, I genuinely think it is the contender for the best show ever made.
Yeah, I can tell this show's not good. They got a DH.
I love Breaking Bad. I love Better Call Saul.
Completely unrealistic.
Wait, I thought you said you hadn't seen it, Dev.
I've seen like enough of it to know.
Okay, well, you need to watch it all. Okay.
Imagine what Cap does, but like for about 7 hours straight.
Imagine what Cap does.
I watch shorts like 7 hours. I watch shorts for like 7 hours straight. I watched the show for shorts.
Oh, so you watch shorts for 7 hours straight, and that is how you've seen Breaking Bad?
Yes.
And we're only just learning this now. So Capelfave looks at GIFs and like still images with captions
Yeah.
You watch shorts, and that's Dave. What do you watch programs? Do you watch films ever?
Yes, I do.
God.
I make shorts. I don't watch shorts. I actually sit down and watch a movie, a TV
Dave.
show.
You're asking me if I watch movies. You're asking me if I watch movies.
Oh, you
I
do
watch like
watch
5 movies a day.
But hang on a second. You say that, but now we know otherwise. You've seen like 500 reels, and that's how come you've
Of
like
TV
got-
shows. I watch
Okay.
movies, not TV shows.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. You have said that before.
Yeah, like I can't because Breaking Bad, there's like some gory stuff I can't really watch.
Oh, there's not much gory stuff. Like, it's such a shame. If you can get through the first season, because you'll think, oh, there's some gory stuff. But after the first season, where there's just one particular thing, then it's not that kind of show. It really isn't that kind
The
of show.
the guy from The Boys explodes.
The guy from The Boys, what guy?
The chicken shop guy in Breaking Bad. Gus.
Oh, okay, that's true. That is an incredible scene.
Is
Right,
this the scene
Dave,
that
you
I'm
need to
thinking
watch
of?
Well, you've probably seen the memes and stuff, but well, I don't. If I say it, it'll give it away. But no, Breaking Bad is so good.
Oh, it was speaking about Breaking Bad. If it's Breaking Bad related, no. Boy stuff.
Oh.
Oh no, you're thinking of the penis bit.
I was thinking of the penis.
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
If it's
yeah.
Breaking Bad, I don't know. I just put like.
Although
the
speaking
boy
of
stuff.
speaking of Apple though, there's one good thing I recommend on Apple Plus or Apple TV or whatever. Tetris.
I never saw that. Was it any good?
It's really, really good. Really
I
really
want
good.
to see it. It just and like the funny thing was, I got like a free trial to Apple TV, and I just didn't watch it the entire month I had it. I just didn't use it at all.
So I make a point of watching all the video game adaptation movies, etc.
Yeah.
And Tetris was my favorite apart from Street Fighter.
Wow. I tell you what.
Like,
Yeah, go
the
ahead.
real story is crazy enough. The real story is crazy enough, and like it seems like it's made up, but it's all true. Like it's so unbelievable. It looks made up. Half the movie seems made up, but it's all true.
For Tetris.
Yes, because the Russian government gets involved in like there's like the mafia and shit.
Tetris the movie.
Yes.
The backstory of how they made Tetris is super fascinating. Okay, look, I won't put this whole thing on, but a couple of years ago now, in fact, Dave, I think you were in this. I made a fake trailer for E.T., the Atari game, the movie. Do you remember?
I think vaguely I remember. Yeah.
You don't remember? You were in this, right? Okay. Let me just check this. Is the right thing.
I don't
Okay,
remember
so
what I
we're
had
gonna
for
watch it.
breakfast 2 weeks ago.
Right. Okay. So, for how long ago was this? Was this say like 2 years ago?
Yes. Yes.
I made a fake trailer as if they were doing a remake of the Atari ET game, the one that they buried in the desert. And so then a year later, I made this fake trailer, as if they were making a movie about the making of it. So let's. So Atari headquarters, summer 19. I haven't seen this in years myself.
I can't look.
There's me.
To build a home video game version of Steven Spielberg's latest picture, E.T. the Extraterrestrial, for the Atari home computer system.
Holy moly, that's huge!
Think you're up for the challenge?
Oh, you can count me in.
We weren't shaking hands. We both shot it on green screen.
Out of interest, how long until this game needs to be out? There is no way this can be done in 6 weeks. Oh, come on. All of it. Making a video game.
Look, if we're going to get this done in 6 weeks, we're going to have to break every rule.
I made this in like 2 days. This is almost cringeworthy to watch now.
I feel like I'm going to cringe when I see my bet. I remember it now.
Reports are saying the game is so bad, the parents are returning ET cards back to Atari in It seems the fact of video games may be coming to an abrupt end. They're saying you may have single-handedly killed the entire video game industry.
I didn't mean to.
You've taken the biggest movie of the year and turned it into the worst game ever made.
Bury this thing, or I bury you. Sometimes you gotta get dirty, all right? Life doesn't give us cheat codes.
Look at Bob Bador there giving such a Oscar-winning performance. And he had it filmed with this guy there, and I was like, no, I'm playing that character. So I had to
Green screen yourself.
edit myself in.
You're gonna need a miracle. Okay, can we just take a breather a moment? I feel like I'm getting a little overwhelmed here. I just tried to make a video game. If it's okay with you. Oh no.
I'm afraid your residence has come up on our radar. Our wiretaps have shown repeated telecommunications with extraterrestrials.
Mom, it's for you. I was in too deep weeks ago. Yep, gun or not.
And there's Cap
We
5.
have you on tape.
Oh, this is a long trailer, I'm not going to lie.
I think it's like its own little short film at this point.
It is, yeah. How long is left? Oh, look, there's Cap. Shit, there's still another minute of this left.
We should do another one of these, like a terrible game.
Yeah, I should do. I could do it so much better now, is the crazy thing. Because technology, you could use AI and everything.
The press are saying you did more to kill ET than the scientists in the movie.
Yeah, well, the thing was a better movie anyway. Well, if you're Pac-Man, I guess that makes me the ghost. Would you believe me if I said I'm burying the remains of E.T. the extraterrestrial?
The terrifying thing is, that is remarkably similar to the Tetris movie.
Yeah, I bet it is.
Damn it, Drew Barrymore!
There you go.
Like, I don't know if you can pull up
No,
the
that was
trailer.
last year. Wait, was that last year?
No, I think you put a joke title, like joke date. I think.
But why would I put last year? Unless I put it for like a year later or something.
Maybe.
Oh yeah, 2 years ago. 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow, that missed that release date, I can promise you.
Actually, Dave, could you pull up the Tetris trailer?
Yeah, I can do. No, the Tetris. I did see this Tetris trailer. Tetris movie. Yeah, like okay, so Dave, just it's so funny like watching that because like when you did the punch, it was so direct to camera, right? I had to do the punch, the reaction shot flying backwards from the camera. This is what I had with like everyone's things. Like I said to Marty, who was like, where he's like the light is up here. I was like, so I need to be like as if I'm being interrogated. But everyone's camera and like Bob's was the hardest to work with because he was giving this speech like this, and we're not going to let anyone defeat us. And he's doing it to some random guy. I'm like, no. I'm playing this main character, so I had to sit there and green screen myself into it. Oh, that was a fun time.
Because I remember you messaging me afterwards, and you said to me, "You know, you're the only one who kept your accent. Everyone else went American. You're the only one who had a British accent."
Well, okay, so the only other thing I can say is probably after that. Then you noticed that JJ, in the middle of this 1982 set American thriller, he was like, "All right, so what we're doing here then?" Right, and he's like this cockney villain, right? But anyway, let's bring this up, the Tetris one.
Oh,
oh, hang on, I need to rewind it. Look, I've obviously seen this before. So let's bring up a good old force field for this one because I don't have copyright, which is a real shame. So, like, we're gonna make Tetris. It's the perfect video game.
It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, I played for 5 minutes. Based on the true story.
And that's from Kingsman. The guy from Kingsman.
Is it?
Really?
Yeah.
Apple original films. I mean, I'll be honest, like without the sound, this looks like a really boring movie from the trailer.
So was it? They made it like a crime thriller or something?
Like a Cold War espionage thing.
The world hinges on this game where you put blocks into holes.
Because they're trying to get Tetris out into the world, but like Russia wants it for itself.
Yeah, I'll tell
So
you.
they're trying to smuggle the game out.
Huh. Oh yeah, there's Moscow. Okay.
And the Russian government is basically trying to kill the guy to make sure the game stays in Russia.
Oh my god. Okay, hang on. I'm going to tell you something which is kind of unbelievable. That's going to tie into this story.
Oh,
I don't even know if I should, but I will. Right. So this is something which I'm sure will come up in the movie. Okay, hang on. Look. I'll wait until this goes off the air because it will just distract from this. Okay, so true story. They're partying. You couldn't make it up. So the weird thing, because I've seen a documentary, I haven't seen this, about the creation of Tetris. And obviously there's the guy that just made Tetris and he's just some dude. But because it was a communist country, like it was like, well, this is shared by everyone. And so like the country owned it. And it took years and years before he made any money himself from the Tetris video game. But along the what have I done?
Oh,
Removed myself instead of right. So along the way, different people had the rights that they'd like bought the rights to put out like a video game of Tetris, and Nintendo ended up getting the rights, and then it caused a big thing because they had the official rights, and then other people that thought they had the rights, it turned out now you don't have the rights, and so they had to destroy copies. Like the first version of Tetris for the Sega Genesis, the Sega Mega Drive, it had to be stopped being sold very, very quickly, so it's a super rare game. But then when they did like a Mega Drive Mini about 3 years ago, they finally re-released it. But here's the thing. So they sold the rights to a particular person who I'll mention in a moment for like...
I know it is.
I bet you do, right? But to a particular person for the rights for computer game of Tetris. But computer game didn't mean the same as console game, and they literally didn't understand this. So that's how come the Genesis version became a thing. But they were like, no, you've got the rights to put it on home computers. Nintendo have the exclusive console rights to it. And so this was a guy called Robert Maxwell, right? And Robert Maxwell, he died, I think, under mysterious circumstances in a big boat accident or something, probably in the early 90s or something like this, maybe late 80s. Yeah. I just had to look up, is there a connection? So if you've heard all of this story about Jeffrey Epstein, now there's that guy who's got Epstein Island and all the nastiness that's happening there. The one person that's been arrested for that is a woman called, is it Giselle or something like this? Ghislaine, whatever, right? So she's in prison, and I just looked up Maxwell, criminal, dodgy person. Is there a connection? And apparently that's his daughter, right? So this Maxwell person that's in prison to do with the Jeffrey Epstein stuff, her dad had the rights to this, right? Here's the weird thing. My mum used to work for him. So how about that? Right, I probably shouldn't even say this on the air. This was like in the 1970s, but then when so I don't think we've ever actually discussed the connection to what's going on with that family nowadays. But Robert Maxwell, I think, was bumped off by the mafia or something.
Yeah, because
Robert
they kind of
Maxwell. Go on.
they kind of mentioned in a movie where they're actually broke and they needed the rights for Tetris to make their money back.
Right. Oh my gosh. Okay, so
It's just a thing about putting blocks in holes. Why has it got to be this big conspiracy?
yeah, I don't know.
The movie gets weirder because, like, the Russians hire hitmen to try to kill them. So Pajanov has to get Nintendo to the guy that Taron Egerton plays has to get the creator of Tetris out of Russia by begging Nintendo for money to get them out of Russia.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
What if it was for like the silly reason though? No, not for that reason. Like, I don't like the music of Menu B. I want him gone. Just the escaping Russia with the music of Tetris in the back. You would turn that drama into a comedy in a nanosecond.
Minus spoilers. There's the car chase shootout with Tetris playing in the background.
Wow.
Yay!
Okay, is there any other video game that could like I did that ET one? You could probably actually spin something interesting out of that, as I attempted to. But like I even in my little trailer there, I took a lot of liberties with like people being after him, it being buried, and like, you know, you're trying to bury an alien and etc. etc. I wonder if there's any other video game where the story behind it has got a more interesting story than the game itself.
I know a movie. This movie has been made. It's made by one of my favorite YouTubers called Ashes. It's about finding the missing Pluribus arcade machine.
Oh, okay. Has that ever been found?
Not officially, but it does show up in Loki.
Was Ashes the guy who did those couch reacts? He buy those things from Poundland.
Yes.
I love Ash. Oh, I haven't seen Ashes in years. I should go back and watch some of that stuff. I love that
the movie's called The Search for Pluribus.
Yes, I remember seeing that. I didn't watch it all the way through, but I remember seeing it when it came up on his channel. Bloody hell. The memories.
David, do you know the story behind Pluribus?
If I took a very quick stab in the dark, wasn't it meant to be like an Atari game that rumored to exist, and then people like, no, it never existed, and it's meant to be something that gives you brain control or something like this?
Sort of. It's an arcade game that does that.
Yeah.
I must find this games console.
And the government removed all the machines and hid the machines, and so Ashes assembles a team of people to try and find the one machine left in England.
Wow.
What if it was like that? It's something they actually found. It was like an Indiana Jones sort of thing that they put it in a box and they just have this like in the crate room where the Lost Ark is at the end of Indiana Jones. There's the machine in the background.
Yeah. That'd be a fun edit to do.
They made that joke in Loki.
Oh, did they?
They made that joke in Loki, where there's all these hidden this room of missing artifacts, and there's a random Pluribus machine.
What if that was the real? What if that was actually if Avengers did that, and that was the actual Mind Stone, this Pluribus machine, just Thanos walking around with this arcade machine? I would get the Mind Stone out, but this is very addictive.
Yeah. Okay, so guys, we'll begin to wrap things up in a moment. One just very quick thing, because I don't think it's really meaningful. But I did put it in the title. I put Snyderverse just because it's one of these terms where you hope people search it. All right, so there has been a thing because at the moment there is a thing about whether or not Warner Brothers Discovery is going to be sold, and this going along at the same time as it coming to light that Superman didn't even do that well at the box office compared to the Snyderverse. The rumor is that if Netflix get it, and Netflix did some tweet showing about Black Adam fighting Superman, and then all of the Snyder Bros went crazy. Were like, Netflix are going to buy out Warner Brothers, and they're going to restore the Snyderverse. Which the only things that have been said is earlier today when I tried to look this up, Paramount Pictures or Paramount, whoever, right, have made bids for Warner Brothers twice, and it's been rejected. So, I think I prefer the idea of Paramount buying Warner Brothers compared to Netflix buying them.
Yeah.
Because it just feels like it's a traditional movie studio. I don't know. I don't want Netflix to become all powerful because I genuinely don't like almost any film that Netflix have ever produced. Shows, yes. Films, no.
Yeah, I agree with that entirely. Give it to Paramount. They kind of know what they're doing with it. They've had some good breaks with the Sonic stuff, so give it to them.
Well, they've got Sonic, they've got like Star Trek, they've got like, I'm sure they've got a few different franchises under their belt. Whereas Netflix, it just feels like, oh, imagine if like Superman and that was now never at the cinema.
Yeah, it was exclusively on Netflix.
Yeah, I'd hate that, to be honest.
Yeah. The funny thing is, as soon as the news came out for the like Warner Brothers like being imminently sold, Zack Snyder started posting like DC Universe stuff like past week. Every day post stuff from the DC Universe.
Wow.
So everyone's losing it.
Well, good for him. Like, I bet like he's got like a fine relationship with James Gunn, etc. But I bet there is also the case of he's like, I want someone to get just to be able to give me the reins back to this.
You know what I do? Like, if I buy DC, because why not?
Yeah.
I'll put The Rock back in the hierarchy of the DC universe.
So would I. That'd be the first thing I'd do.
What?
Put The Rock. Okay, so wait, you probably don't get the joke. Basically, when Black Adam was supposed to come out, when Black Adam was first coming out, Dwayne Johnson decided like to try and take over the DC universe, like in real life.
Yeah.
And he tried to make the Black Adam the center of the universe. And he said the hierarchy of the DC universe is going to change forever.
Yeah.
It did.
No.
Like, that was the nail in his coffin, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Black Adam being the center of the DC universe. No.
I came away from watching Black Adam going, that was bad, but it was so bad it's kind of good film. I had fun. But I came away from Superman just like, it's like I had fun, but I'm so angry with everything I didn't like about it. So I don't know. I still think there is a chance that Henry Cavill will get restored, and then Capalthave will be able to, sleep easy once more.
We'll hear Capalthave. His voice will echo across the wind. We'll just go, ah! The hell was that?
What I would genuinely do
it's just Capalthave. It's fine.
is like what I genuinely want to do is The Rock had a thing where like he'd want to fight everyone except Shazam, Zachary Levi.
Yeah,
so
I don't blame him.
I would literally make him fight Shazam.
I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't.
Like,
No, I think The Rock was the only one who had the sensible thing there. He's like, look, I'm the biggest movie star in the world. And he comes from wrestling. So all he's thinking is that he wants to have that showdown with the toughest person there is. You don't suddenly just say, oh, yeah, I'm just going to... It's like, look, imagine if you are entering Hogwarts and you're a villain. You're not like, I want to fight Neville. No, you're just like, I'm going to take down Harry Potter. You want to fight the top dog. You want to fight Batman and Superman.
No,
David. That's a really dumb thing to say. Why the hell would you say that? You want to kill Dumbledore?
Using like wrestling logic. Again, people wanted to see Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn fight because they had histories together.
Yeah.
Same with Shazam. Like the reason people want Shazam and Black Adam is because in the comics they're eternal rivals.
Yeah.
The thing. Nobody reads comic books. Nobody reads comic books.
But like
that's like doing a Spider-Man movie and not having the Green Goblin or any of his legacy characters and making a brand new one because no, we don't want to use any of the old Spider-Man villains. But why not? They're good. Use them.
Well, look, okay, so here's the thing, though, right? You could build up to having him fight Shazam, because if you had him fight Shazam and Black Adam already had his own movie, it's like, well, who wins that? Because if Black Adam wins, now Shazam looks like a bitch. Whereas you could have him fight Superman and it'll be big box office, and then you've elevated Black Adam, who was an unknown. And so then when he fights Shazam in Shazam 3. But no, I don't blame Dwayne. Shazam sucked. That's, yeah.
Yeah. But if they really want to cavil back, I would bring him back as Superboy Prime, who is like a psychotic version of Superman who doesn't have a weakness to kryptonite.
Oh.
He doesn't have a weakness to kryptonite. He's from the real life world, like he's from our world. Yeah, he has powers.
He doesn't, does he?
And he also has this weird power where he can punch so strongly he alters reality.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's the one who brought Jason Todd back from the dead.
Yeah.
Amazing. And on that note, guys, let's wrap things up here. This has been an absolute blast. Let us know where you can find everyone on social media. Now, Dave, I know you've been up to some stuff. Obviously, we've checked out some of your stream recently. It's a shame, like Dev, I'm glad you're here. But when it was just me and Dave for a little while, I was about to be like, Dave, tell us the whole backstory of what you're doing at the moment. And I feel bad that we then didn't get into it. So we can do that another time.
Yeah.
Because, Dev, you've got like your FUUDAT and stuff like that. We should just do a thing where we just like deep dive into
showcase episode.
Yeah,
Simpsons,
why not? Let's do that. Let's do that next time. Let's do that.
Simpsons spin-off showcase.
Yeah. Simpsons spin-off showcase. Okay, but anyway, let's hear about what we've got that we're working on at the moment. Dave.
Well, you can find me over on YouTube and on Twitch at Dave MC Gaming, where I do Let's Plays and live streams that have appeared on Geek Battle. Only one. I do at the moment. I have my Alice Madness Returns series going on, and Little Nightmares as well, coming out every Friday, leading up towards Halloween, where I will do a storytelling and Let's Plays on that. And check out my live streams. I stream in The Walking Dead on Friday. Saturday and Sunday, Red Dead and Assassin's Creed. Monday, Tuesday, Alien Isolation. The Xenomorph is gone, and I'm fucking glad of that. But come and check me out over there on Twitter. Check out my Discord server and my merch shop as well.
Amazing. Dev.
You find me on TikTok and Twitch on the name FWDAT. I'm currently streaming me collecting trophies, and I've recently completed every single WWE wrestling game and gotten the platinum trophy for every one of them.
Wow. Every single one?
Apart from the online trophies.
Okay, amazing. Wow. Okay, so my name is David Pstansky. Find me on Facebook, Instagram, X, etc. at David Pstansky, Pustansky. And follow everything Geek Battle related. Now, I've been working on a lot of Geek Battle stuff this week, so there's going to be like a new video series and stuff coming out on Geek Battle very soon, where I just give some of my most random theories and bits of trivia and deep dives into shows. So I've filmed a bunch of these. They're currently being edited. In fact, to do this show, I had to pause editing. So thanks, guys. But they'll be out as soon as I can make them out. But yeah, I've got a bunch of them prepared. So until then, stay safe, always stay extreme, live long and prosper. May the force be with you. Nanu, nanu. And with that, we are off the air. Oh, hang on, except for my mouse pointer is still going slow. And wait for it. Oh, hang on, got to double click it and end.